Hello, Merry Xmas, and I got something interesting to share today. Um, I want to say that I've talked about this many times on my channel for a long time. But this is a syllogism that I brought this syllogism up many times in videos where I was talking about a lot of other stuff to begin with, and so I would say that it could be overlooked or not heard by a lot of viewers. Uh, and a lot of the other things I was saying was probably overshadowing me saying this in a lot of old videos of mine. Um, but I have posted this syllogism on several social media avenues, and it's been more well understood, and people had an easier time understanding the argument and the syllogism and the concepts. And so this is going to be my attempt to really make it big on this platform on YouTube. Once again, I'm trying to get viral, and this will be hopefully the way. So I've been trying for years to get this channel viral, and I think that this might actually do it because I said that a million times in many videos throughout the past few years, but I think this is I think I practiced for the past few years so much that I finally understood that it has so much to do with the wording of my arguments and theories and the way I present the arguments and theories, not so much the concepts themselves, that helps the most in people understanding what I'm saying. And as my subscriber count has grown over the years, and as I practiced on talking with individuals elsewhere off of YouTube about my theories and arguments, and they've been all well understood when I presented them with better wording. And well, here we go. So I mean, the syllogism is just as it says. You could read it for yourself. There really is it really is just only requiring that you use what most Christians consider common knowledge about the Bible lore. I mean, most Christians know that Genesis, 7 days of creating. Basically everybody knows that, and basically everybody knows that God is consciousness because the Bible says consciousness is awareness. There's several verses where the Bible says consciousness is awareness. The Bible says awareness is observation. There's several verses where the Bible says awareness is observation. The Bible says God created human souls. There's several verses where the Bible says God created human souls. Okay, so and I, of course, put in the equivocation of God to consciousness to awareness to observation for all the other stuff there. So, I mean, human souls are equal to human consciousness, which is equal to human awareness, which is equal to human observation, which I didn't put human next to everything for the human version of it. You see on the top one, it says God equals conscious, and below that you have the human version of it. And I didn't put human next to everything, but that's what I meant to do, but I didn't do it. But that's what my argument is that human souls are human consciousness. Human consciousness is human awareness, and human awareness is human observation. And I also didn't put spiritual consciousness for God, because the Bible would say God's consciousness is spiritual, and that his awareness is spiritual and his observation is spiritual. So God, what I should have put there Just think of it as God equals spiritual consciousness, which is equal to spiritual awareness, which equals spiritual observation. And if there's no refutation of that, then it's because, as I said, the verses support it. It's common knowledge because most Christians understand that that's what the verses do say and is not what the verses don't say. It's just what the verses say, and that's all. And it's just, it doesn't change. It's never changed. That's always what it said. It's never what it's not said. Never been what it's not said. And if God is observation, then he created consciousness by creating human souls, which are human consciousness, which is the same as creating human observation. Because, you have the human spirits and then you have the God spirit. There's a distinction there. But the human spirit is human observation by the logic of what everything in here, written here. So if human spirit is human observation, then God's spirit is God observation. So God observation, which is God's spirit, created human spirit, which is human observation. There's really no refutation to that I have here, because there's there's no contradiction. None of the verses in the Bible really contradict that, being that idea that human spirit is different to God's spirit. God's spirit is different to human spirit. Being that obviously human spirit didn't create human spirit, but God's spirit created human spirit. And yeah, I mean, that's the lore of the Bible. So, but yeah, if this doesn't work, if this doesn't convince people, if this isn't simple enough for people to understand how there's a contradiction in God being observation, creating human observation, then that's fine, because I'm just going to go to different avenues that I've had a higher success rate than YouTube talking about this sort of thing. And yeah, and I think that it will convince a lot more people that way. And I think that if it's powerful enough a theory, it'll make my channel go viral and finally make the whole world realize I've been right on this channel all these years. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.